This is my review of Samurai Flamenco. Okay, so this episode kind of is an epilogue to the entire series arc that has been playing out for the past couple of episodes, but it also sets up a new, smaller arc, which is, well, it's interesting. It's interesting, but it's also a bit more down to earth than the latter episodes have previously been. So it's been 6 months, and Masayoshi is now, I guess he's now happier because he doesn't have anybody to fight, but he hasn't stopped trying to be a hero. And the thought of him being a hero is still in the back of his mind, but he isn't actively trying to be a hero anymore. I mean, he's still trying to be active in the community and helping people out when they need it, but for the most part, he kind of isn't really Samurai Flamenco anymore. He hasn't really had an opportunity to put the costume back on and go out doing what he used to do. But it also should be noted that since, in the 6 months since, the governments have decided to try and form a world government, and Masayoshi is a very popular choice for world president. So everybody has started calling him Mr. President since that time. And also he goes to visit Goto, who weighs in on the situation. And also, while he's there, Masayoshi accurately deduces that Goto is actually going on a date with his girlfriend, and since it's the first one they've had in over a year. And because he's bored, he starts telling people about it. He tells Ishihara about it, who is excited for him potentially becoming world president, but also points out that while he still works at their agency, he has to work hard, and she's going to push him to the bone. And she also notes that he seems a lot happier, at which point he points out that he should be happy because one of his friends is happy, and that's okay with him. And Ishihara actually takes it to heart and starts living her life that way after that, pointing out that she should be happy for her friends when they get married and all that. And she actually does do that in this episode as like a little side thing. And also begins to question whether or not she has been in a relationship or not. The primary reason is because looking after Masayoshi is a bit of a full-time job, but she also realizes that she probably should settle down at some point because a lot of her friends are starting to get married. So, yeah, she's realizing that she should probably try to look for somebody to form a relationship with. And also, it should be noted that Kono is kind of not really coping with the newfound peace at all, because his entire thing is that if it isn't exciting, he isn't interested in it, and basically everything has gotten boring to him, so he's having a hard time finding stories, and as a result, his website is kind of suffering. But Masayoshi goes to a shoot with Triple M, and they eat lunch there and Masayoshi also points out that he's happy that they're all doing well, and also points out that all of his friends, the Flamenters, are also doing well. They've all settled back into their old lives, and some of them have even managed to fix some of the problems in their own lives. For example, Flamin Pink now is living back at home again, even though she was labeled as an adulterer by her family. But yeah, it's a lot, but yeah, everybody is overall a lot happy. And he also explains to Triple M that Goto is going on his first date in a long time, and Marimaya is notably jealous and actually decides to tag along, and the two decide to go and check out Goto's house and visit and meet his girlfriend for the first time because they're bored. And they do eventually get there, and they're invited in by Goto's mother, but then she points out something about his girlfriend, and it's actually revealed that when they were in high school, his girlfriend actually went missing. She took a bus home, and then she and the bus driver just miraculously disappeared, and nobody has been able to find her. And for years, nobody has been able to actually track this girl down, and eventually Goto just kind of fell into a false sense of hopelessness. He kind of felt hopeless. He couldn't help her, and that's why he became a cop. But then something interesting happened when he started getting emails from his girlfriend, and Marimaya begins to deduce that something isn't quite right there, and they track down where Hidenori is, which is at the bus stop where his girlfriend disappeared, and Marimaya immediately snatches up his phone, starts looking through it, and sure enough finds out that he has sent every single message to and from his girlfriend from his own phone. and that his girlfriend wasn't actually messaging them this whole time. At which point she storms off after giving Goto his phone and actually calls in the rest of Triple M to help her work through it, pointing out that while she can't tell them exactly what's wrong, she also points out that she does need their help getting through it. Meanwhile, Masayoshi realizes that he kind of was oblivious to the fact that his friend was suffering and tries to kind of deal with that on his own time. But before he can, when he arrives home, he actually runs into Haiji Sawada from all the way back in episode 1, who greets him and asks him to shake his hand. At which point, Haiji Sawada starts reciting what he said to him, verbatim, at the beginning of the first episode. And sure enough, shortly after that, his apartment blows up. Masayoshi's, not Sawada's, but yeah, Masayoshi's apartment blows up, and he points out and Sawada says, "It's good to finally meet you again, Samurai Flamenco." And the implication is that he blew up Masayoshi's apartment. Yeah, so Haiji Sawada is the new main antagonist of the series. He's like the next antagonist after everything we've seen up to this point. So yeah, it's interesting to just see them go back to basics. It's like he started out. It's like it's kind of comes full circle. The final antagonist of the series is the person he first inspired all the way back when he was debuting as a superhero, and that's very clever. Just the fact that this kid has just become obsessed with Samurai Flamenco in the however long it's been since that first day out on the job. And that's kind of crazy. So yeah, now Samurai Flamenco does have to take up the mantle of Samurai Flamenco again, but now he has to instead of facing off against a monster, he has to face off against a kid who's kind of confused as to what it means to be Samurai Flamenco. But yeah, it's going to be interesting just seeing Masayoshi taking down basically an over-obsessed fanboy. That's basically what it is. But yeah, this episode is interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to play out. But yeah, it is going to be very interesting seeing this kind of dynamic for the show after what we've seen up to this point. But yeah, this episode was interesting. I liked it, and I hope you guys liked it. So if you guys did indeed enjoy Samurai Flamenco and this episode of it, then be sure to check out my. Be sure to comment down below or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also, check out my Patreon description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month, and it really helps me out, so I would definitely appreciate it if you did that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!